Harry Styles. Just gonna keep doing that intro, Dylan. You're just gonna keep doing the same intro for Harry Styles music. He's not gonna be original at all. Just gonna keep doing the same exact thing. Yes, I am. Harry Styles. That's literally how I say it in my head, though. Every time I think, I'm like, Harry Styles. I don't even say Harry Styles. I go Harry Styles. Not that he's a hairy person or anything. I just do like the James Bond, except I reverse. Oh, fuck it. This is getting terrible already. Let's just get into the music, man. This is 10 songs, 40 minutes. Every song averages out to about 4 minutes, which is good because I used to really like long songs and longer albums. But nowadays, I'm like, I like more concise and it's just more packaged that way. So I'm kind of glad this is like a smaller package. Maybe, I don't know, I think 12 is like the perfect sweet spot for an album. He's got 10 tracks here. We'll see if it feels short in any way. I've heard 2 of the songs, Sign of the Times and also Sweet Creature. So did reactions to both of those, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. But let's start with Meet Me in the Hallway and see what this album sounds like. Oh, hold on. Okay, this is gonna be very high praise, and it was like only 5 seconds in. But this is reminding me of Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah already, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I got that vibe from the start. Just let me know I'll be at the door, be on the floor. Wow. It seems like this is gonna be Harry's sound, at least for this album, because Sign of the Times and Sweet Creature were the same, where it was guitar focused. I mean, Sign of the Times was kind of more Bowie-esque, and it kind of was like more reminiscent of the stuff from like the 70s, 80s. But Sweet Creature was similar to Meet Me in the Hallway, where it was like very stripped back in terms of instrumentation, and it was just his voice, and there was like, I don't know, it wasn't like his voice coming clearly out, as clearly as pop music typically is. Like, I see the genre on iTunes, this is pop. This isn't pop music, man. Which is what I expected from Harry, leaving One Direction and going on his own, doing his solo stuff. I expected him to do stuff that's similar to that. And I saw an interview yesterday where he said that he was kind of restricted by the group, where he couldn't really do what he wanted to do, and he couldn't really tell the stories that he wanted to tell, and that the freedom that he had with this was like liberating to him. Let's get into the next track, Sign of the Times. Like I said, heard this, so I won't spend too much time on it. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. I just remember watching the music video and just being so amazed. I love the video for this, man. I love how he's just flying in the sky. Carolina. That's a cool rhyme. Carolina, I'll remind you. God, this album feels vintage. Like, I feel like this is the kind of album that like someone who's like really haughty about their music, they like pull out their vinyl and make sure everyone knows, and then they put it on. Everybody, like, I play vinyl records, and then they play it and everyone's like, well, yeah, that's a great fucking sound. I respect that person because he picked a great record and that sounds fantastic. But this feels vintage. This feels like it should be played on a record player. This is a good song, and it caught me immediately just from that first rhyme he had. I love this too. She's got a book for every situation. Get her once and wrote a song about. He literally met her one time and he's writing a whole song about her. That's how impactful this girl was, man. That's impressive. Let's go to the next track. It's called Two Ghosts. Same eyes blue, same white shirt, couple more tattoos. Not who we used to be. We're not who we live to be. Yo. Oh, damn, Harry. Moon dances over your good side. Ooh. This was all we used to. We're not who we used to be. I love what he did in the writing of that track, man. Ghosts by their nature are people who have died, and he considers he and the girl to have already moved on. Like, and now they're just ghosts, just kind of waiting. And I love the line, oh, where is that, man? I gotta find it now. First of all, let's talk about this. He's gonna start getting into some like really painting a picture, talking about opening the refrigerator and it like lights up the room. I can fucking see that, and then this. So that tells me that the moon is lighting up her face and that she has a good side and a bad side, which could be a literal thing or it could be like a deeper meaning. So there's like so much packed into like those two lines that not only give me like an idea of what the scene looks like, but it also gives me insight into the characters. Yeah, and then they keep telling each other the same stories because they have nothing left to talk about, and they don't want to talk about the things that they actually need to talk about, like the fact that they are kind of just like ghosts going through this now. The fact that they don't really feel what it feels like to be alive anymore. Like Harry's like looking for his heartbeat now. He's like, we're not living anymore. We're just kind of going through the motions. That's an early contender for favorite song on the album, man.
Don't know where we're going, but we know we belong. No hearts in one home. But oh, sweet creature, sweet creature.
Only Angel, man. Only got 5 tracks left. Anytime you got violins and pianos, I'm gonna feel it. Oh no, Harry! You had me captured! And then he brings an electric guitar. I dislike electric guitar, man. Fuck, this is 80s as hell. He's a pretty good fucking writer, I'm telling you that much. But man, this track, not feeling it much. What, back up, Harry. What were you saying? What were you saying, Harry? You said meet me in the hallway? Throw back to the opening. So Harry. What are you doing, man? You started out so beautiful here, man. Like, I wasn't tearing up or anything, but I was feeling a little something rumbling in my head. The tears were preparing themselves, is all I'm saying. This is so gorgeous. Piano and violins. It's calm, and then you have a choir, and and then you fuck me, Harry. You fuck me. With this. I can't even say it's bad. It's just I grew up around this kind of music. My dad is like a huge 80s fan. So I grew up listening to AC/DC and like all these like hair bands of the 80s, and I'm not a fan of it at all. So anytime you start hearing like a drum set and then like electric guitar, not into it really. My dad would really like the song. But I'm not gonna give him too much blame because he's going for a certain sound and he nailed that sound. So anyone who does like that kind of music is gonna like that track. I just happen to not be one of them. It's a little bit better. This is a song that I think would pair well like in like a movie soundtrack. Like if some character was like getting really hyped up. Like I'm picturing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, if like Scott Pilgrim like started fighting someone. Chorus is gonna make or break this. Yeah, okay. I like it. Yeah, I really like this. This kind of reminds me of Phil Collins a little bit, and I love Phil Collins. Oh, shit. Ah, yeah. I will guarantee you that that is the song I will play most out of any song on this album. Two Ghosts was my favorite song lyrically, and ever since New York, I can see some people saying that's a bit repetitive. I understand that. However, if you have a repetitive track, you really have to nail the one repeated phrase. And this line, it comes in like half a beat late, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It just caught me, and I found myself singing along with it. And I'm typically not someone who likes repeated phrases over and over, but that fucking worked flawlessly, man. That is the best song on this album so far, in my opinion. Two Ghosts had the better lyrics, of course, but I just, from a sonic standpoint, I guarantee you Ever Since New York is going to be one of my favorite songs of the year at the end of the year. That was so fucking good, man. And right now, that's my second favorite song of the year. Oh, man, I don't like to do that. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment and I just make declarations that don't end up being true like a week from now, but as of right now, that is my second favorite song of the year. That was so fucking good.
Should we just search romantic comedies on Netflix and then see what we find?
Bringing a little levity into this, huh?
But I don't ever wanna see you with this. I know I told you, but I know you never listen. Woman,
Woo-hoo!
woman, woman, woman.
This is one of those moments where you repeat the line too many times. 4 times is enough, and then you could use that second half of the chorus for something a little bit differently. Switch it up, add a little bit more vocals. I think that's one of those times. I think 4 times is enough. He did it 8 times.
Apologies
And I love this.
fix this.
And then something different here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna pause it and go back for a second here. What he's doing in the background there, if you brought that out and then did that for the last 4 bars of the chorus, I think that would have been a really good chorus. Typically, albums end with ballads, or they end with something a little bit more restrained. I'm hoping that that's what this track's gonna be, From the Dining Table. Absolutely, this is acoustic.
Woke up alone
I gotta hear that again. You can hear how close he is to the microphone.
woke up.
You can literally hear his lips parting. That's so intimate.
You went away, comfortable silence. I saw your friend that you know from work. It's so overrated. Why won't you ever? Sorry too.
God, yeah, this is like a mixture of like Jack Johnson and Iron and Wine.
You call
And then you're gonna add a little violin.
me that you're
Make me love this.
Yeah, you call me and tell me that you're sorry too.
Hey.
You never do.
Oh. Oh. My heart just like crumbled. That was brilliant how they did that. That was genius. Like the music like started to swell a little bit as he was singing about maybe you'll call, maybe you'll come around.
Tell me that you're sorry too.
And then it quiets down.
You never do.
But you never do. And it's the saddest moment of my entire life. Fuck.
I almost said your name.
Oh, he replaced her with the girl that looked like her.
Why won't you ever say what you wanna say? Misses your call.
My phone misses your call. From the Dining Table sounds so much like a mixture of Jack Johnson and Iron and Wine. Iron and Wine is a group that I fucking love. But yeah, he's kind of kept switching it up. Only Angel felt like a little bit of like the Rolling Stones or AC/DC. Ever Since New York, I got a little bit of Phil Collins from him. Sign of the Times, it's been widely accepted that it's similar to David Bowie's music. I'd say my favorite on the album is Ever Since New York. From the Dining Table, I love the intimacy of that track, and I loved it specifically even from the beginning. Like I could hear as his lips parted, and like that just adds so much intimacy to a performance.
Woke up alone.
Man, it just adds so much to me. It kind of like humanizes the artist for me. And that song got so fucking sad, man. Because the music swells, you're starting to feel good, and then it just drops off. I remember a time when like using instrumentation made me that sad. Like it crushed me. It wasn't even really the lyrics, because obviously a person not calling you, there are sadder things that people have sung about that have made me a little bit emotional. But that there used like the instrumentation plus the lyrics to just crush my soul. Even my phone misses your calls, man. That's kind of a funny line. What was the other one? I think the opening of Woman.
Should we just search romantic comedies on Netflix Netflix and then see what we find.
Yeah, there's a little bit of levity to that. There's like some lightheartedness to it. It kind of takes away from some of the seriousness of an album, which is great. Two Ghosts lyrically was the best for me because he was saying things. He could give you one line, and there'd be like 4 to 5 different things for you to chew on. It would give you like imagery, but then it would also give you like insight into the characters' mindsets, into their psyche, into their desires. Like, he was just kind of dropping like little things that meant so much more. He's a fantastic writer, and I guess I knew that a little bit because I did an Ariana Grande video, and I said something about the lyrics on a song, on an Ariana Grande song. People were like, Harry Styles wrote this. So I knew he could write, but man, this is fucking fantastic. And he had that pretty much in every single track. I think the only two that I didn't like, and this kind of pisses me off, Only Angel. This here, if the whole track had been this, if it had just been this like first 50 seconds just over and over, just like repeated or with slight changes and variances, and then added some vocals to that, it would easily be my favorite track on the album. It's fucking gorgeous. And then Harry just comes in and fucks me. And then he makes it rock, which is not my thing. Meeting in the Hallway was a really good way to kick off the album. It was very calm. It just really kind of like held your hand and kind of lightly guided you into the album. And it didn't really pick up. There wasn't anything intense until Only Angel and Kiwi. Those were like the 2 rock tracks. This album as a whole, man, I am so fucking impressed. This might... Ooh. I don't like to make declarations after I hear the album. Just like I didn't want to say Ever Since New York is like the second best album or second best track of the year so far. However, this will be, I think, if I had a top 10 list at the end of the year, I think this will be on it regardless of what comes out after this. Lana Del Rey is going to have an album coming out. There's a bunch of artists coming out with albums this year. And I think that this is going to slot amongst them in the top 10 albums of the year. I think the only things, like I said, if Only Angel, it was angelic. The first like 50 seconds were angelic. And then you just... But like I said, that's just a personal thing. I think a lot of people are going to like that song and that style because he didn't even stick with it for long. It was just Only Angel and Kiwi. Those are the only tracks that felt like really rock. That's going to be it for this album reaction, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on this album, and if you guys are rocking with it. I know a lot of people are coming from One Direction, so there's a lot of pop music fans that are coming to listen to this, and I'd be curious to see what their reaction is to this album and this new style of Harry Styles. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one.